Alright, this video walkthrough is going to cover Point of No Return Burning Sands, which is the 6th and final mission in the episode 1 of Burning Storm. Now, first things first, if you're watching this video on YouTube, check the video description and you'll find links to a full text guide that has additional links to the rest of the videos, along with additional information that covers the walkthrough for the rest of the game. And that'll be published soon after this video is uploaded, so definitely make sure to check that out. As you start to move up to this mission, definite point of note is this level is way more open than the previous ones are. So your actions are less dictated by what you can and cannot do at the time, and more what you want to do, or what you think is best. Either way, we have the beam cannon from last level, which is going to be a major help here. Going to be really the weapon of choice for most of the part. There's a turret behind those crates. As soon as you destroy it, a group of red tanks are going to show up. Find a shield here. Watch out for this turret. Make sure to destroy it before picking up this stuff. And you can step on this pad to continue onwards. Things are going to get pretty hectic at this point. Missiles are more useful when enemies start to get close to you and jump around a lot, like right now. But like I had mentioned in the last mission, if you use the shift key, although I don't do it at this point in the game, because I actually figured this out afterwards, but use the shift key, you can jump back and forth between two secondary weapons as though you're firing both at the same time. But yeah, missiles definitely, because this large group of tanks is going to spawn as soon as those turrets are down. And it helps to have those. And be careful with the sides of the walls here, because as you see, you can kind of launch yourself up them to kind of get out of the way for the moment. But one thing that kind of sucks about it is you can't hit enemies if you're above ground, like if you're up on that ledge. But they can still hit you, which definitely bites. But so keep that in mind. Sometimes going up the wall like that can work against you more than for you. Picking up this particular crystal, not all three, but just the one, starts to spawn an additional series of units. We got a couple turrets that come out with this heavy tank, or red tank, and another two turrets once those first two turrets are down. That crystal is going to spawn another turret, and destroying that's going to destroy a tank, or spawn a tank, and destroying that tank is going to spawn these two red tanks. And as you can see, there's a heavy proton tank nearby we got to watch out for. So we're going to pull back and deal with everything else that's spawned so far before handling him. One shot from this beam laser can take out one of these red hover tanks, as long as it hits the tank for the full length of the beam fire. That's pretty useful, because taking out those guys pretty quickly. Definitely be careful, because there's not a lot of there's some cover to hide behind, but in this case I'm kind of in an open space. Got him down with the beam cannon. As you can see, it's a very useful weapon to have. And there's lots of power-ups, health and shields to pick up in this mission, so I don't have to worry too much about conserving, because they're just all over the place. picking up this crystal has spawned us 2 more turrets. There's a lot of ambushes and triggered spawns in this level, as you can see. More tanks start to approach us. And there's this pad here, which isn't really mission critical, but it's helpful if you find yourself having a hard time in this mission. As you'll see in a second, taking this elevator up will allow us to unlock the force field right by the spawn point, which, although I don't die in this level, or this playthrough, although I almost did there, something to watch out for. Definitely stay still until that thing is all the way up. But yeah, although I don't die in this mission, if you find yourself dying at all, unlock this gate. That way, when you respawn, you can just head back into the main action instead of having to take that teleporter pad to get back down here. Got some more sparse enemies to deal with. And as you can see, there's this plateau here we're kind of approaching. Or if you bring up the map, you'd be able to see it plainly. But we want to go to the right side of it, this plateau. As you can see, there's a path to the left. If you take that first, you're gonna get ambushed by a whole lot of guys, and you'll likely die. And there's not a lot of room to move around to dodge their fire either. So that causes some big problems. So you want to approach from this side and then head back around to clear out that path, so it's safe for later travel, if you need to. Pull back as things start to spawn and ambush you. Makes it a little easier to deal with. And once again, just try to, you see a new turret, it's giving you some problems, just focus on it for a split second to fire that beam cannon, and should be no more. You can see another ambush spot, so you take out the missiles, because we got them clumped up near that one path between the 2 concrete blocks here. Or dividers, I should say. Destroy this turret. Taking out that turret spawns some crystals, which spawns some attacking units. Although these attacking units are actually more spawned from approaching that position than destroying the turret necessarily. But those are the ambushing guys I was talking about. Not to mention all the others that we've cleared out so far, which you can end up running into very easily. That comes up once we pick up that crystal along with that tank there. And it's actually kind of funny is that crystal spawns 2 turrets, but if you haven't destroyed that foliage where they spawn in the middle of, one of the turrets can't come through. So only the one, as you saw, actually spawned, and then even so, it was pretty much disabled until I shot through the foliage around it to kill it. Not a major help, but something definitely interesting. Slightly useful even at that. Most of these turrets you can take out, they're defending the incinerator, which is where we are now. And take them out from the edges, That way you can like angle your shots in without being hit by the turrets, with the option to duck behind some cover if you're about to be. As you can see, just more sparse tank attacks. Take out this turret. Destroy the incinerator building here. Ah, it's down. Take out this heavy tank. This turret. Keep heading in the same direction we already are, towards the east. Or west, rather. No, it's the east. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, so. Clearing out the rest of the units that are in this base, because there's some nice pickups, shields in particular, that are worth having. You can stack many layers of shields up at once, as you can see. Each ring around your ship icon in the bottom left is an entire health bar of shield. Once one's down, one of those layers gets removed and you get another health bar. And use that pillar to take out that proton tank, which doing so spawned this group of tanks here. As you can see, I got the "You're a Maniac" message from getting a 6 kill streak. I'll clear out the enemies around here before we hop on this teleporter pad. And we unlocked this force field thing here earlier. It's destroying the incinerator, I believe. And you want to come in here, pick up this extra life, which gives us 10,000 points. Definitely worth it. And this will unlock another force field for us, which is actually going to allow us access to the southern part of the map. Before we do, before we leave this area, we're going to go step on this teleporter pad to get some bonus points. And this isn't really necessary, but worth doing. There's just some light enemies down in this cavern. Just a turret here, as you can see. It's kind of hard to shoot because of its position, but take that out. Cut off all these crystals. Pick up point crystals for 20,000 extra points. And another extra life. 2,000 points. I was kind of destroying these crystals for the hell of it and to see if anything happened if you do, but nothing does. Now we can head back to the southern part of the map, which is where we're going to go before. We spawned some additional units on the north side here. Just handle these guys. They'll be just sweeping over them with that beam cannon. There's now a new turret on this bridge here. When you're traveling across this bridge, you want to stick to the right and left side to travel along the part that's still somewhat intact. As you can see, just stick to that side. And then be careful as you're dodging fire here. It might be worth getting shot at and or getting hit instead of falling off the edge, because that will be instant death. Come off this bridge and be ambushed by these turrets and some deactivated tanks that were just chilling. Take out these guys. There's a shield pickup here. Kind of stay back and circle this area. It's full of these turrets. You can just punch through that crate there like I saw to damage that turret. And then we're going to do the same with the heavy proton tank, which is wedged itself against that building. Now, took it out pretty quickly. We got 2 extra shield pickups if we need them, but I don't. Now we've got a second proton tank to deal with. We're just gonna sort of do a similar thing here. Hide behind these buildings. And pop out from the side. Now we're gonna deal with a large wave of enemy tanks. You only need to kill the ones that are marked with a skull to complete the final objective, even if there's additional enemies still on this map. It'll satisfy that objective once all the skull items are dead. Now we got some spawn turrets. And another group of spawn tanks. This time less than before. Take out those guys, and then there's this crystal. But picking that up spawns 2 turrets on the opposite side. We're going to take this platform here before heading onwards. And at this point there's not a whole lot we can use, but I'm taking this mainly to show. You have missile pods, extra life, and 2 shields to pick up on this plateau that can be reached through this teleporter pad. We got another heavy minigun tank this time around. What are we facing? Our heavy minigun tanks are, I found, a little bit easier than the proton tanks, even though their shots can hit you instantly. They don't do as much damage, those instant beams that it fires. They also tend to go a little wide. And on top of that, you don't do as much damage as the purple proton shots do. So, definitely worth knowing. And the heavy minigun tank's a little easier to range. As you can see, our remaining enemy's objective got completed, even though there's still enemies left over. Because we just killed all the ones that were marked on the map. Take out these final 2 turrets. And then we're good.